nervous, don't even really know what to say. The last guy was a little hard to follow. He's such an impactful speaker, and he's a proven success story too, right? So we can all do this. We're all at different stages. I recently got out of the feds as well. I spend most of my time in there trying to make better decisions. I use everything as practice and motivation. One of the best advice that I got in there was from a friend, Brett. He said, you know, you're in an abnormal environment and an abnormal situation. So find some normalcy in this. Get a job, educate yourself, do things that are positive, and it's kind of stay out the way, you know. So that's what I did. I started off working in education as just a folder guy. All I did was do the little folders. And time doing that, I started some of the ACE courses, some of the FSA classes, and whatnot. All these guys here are really inspiration, and so nervous. Right? So they're going to teach you things about adders and I don't know if they started talking about the different types of people. You got adders, subtractors, multipliers, and dividers. And you want to try to stay around the positive people that add value to your life in some way, not people that are constantly taking. Right? You have the givers and takers, the adders and subtractors, and I find that I do that. They have a great way of breaking everything down to you. Again, with the different types of people, the adders and subtractors and whatnot. But then also, like, there's was it Elijah? He spoke about this world and that world. But they taught me about track 1 and track 2. How you can be in a track 2 lifestyle, but you really want to try to get to the track 1 lifestyle. There's so much. I don't even know where to keep going. But no, so I've taken everything that they've taught me and some of the things that I've learned in prison and tried to stay in that same mind frame. None of this is going to be easy. Like it's not. It doesn't just happen. You have to put in the work and you got to put in the effort. And what is the rate? Time is the real money, right? So we spend our time doing the things that we love, right? So what you invest your time in is the things that's going to add the value to your life, whether it's going to add positive or negative. So that's your power of choice, right? And everything starts with we did a little demonstration here, right? It starts with your words, your thoughts, your actions, your decisions. All that stuff comes into play. I love the way he shows the demonstration where one pushes on the next. Like somebody else said that we're visual people, right? So seeing that in action helped me a lot. So right now I volunteer here at this literacy center teaching GED.
Give a little hand for that.
And that's one of my goals is to become a teacher. It adds value in my life. It helps me stay focused. But it begins with you and making the decisions, making the choices, what you spend your time in. My goal is to get like these guys. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say.
That's all right. You're all right. Give a big hand, y'all. Everybody got a question or a comment for JB?
Yes, I still live in the halfway house in Roseville till January. Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Did you have experience teaching before you started?
In prison, right? So that's where I got my motivation for it. Was in prison. People actually started nicknamed me the resource center while I was in prison because all the fellas, they would always come to me to try to help them figure out their first step act, how they can get their points lower so that they can get to the low recidivism, and how they can go about getting into certain classes, how they can go about getting their GED. And again, I find value in helping people. I didn't realize that I was good at that or that I liked that until I became involved with stuff like that. And again, it adds value to my life and helps me stay focused.
I think that's one of the things Ellis mentioned.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
JB, I just want to say thank you for your service. When I first became incarcerated, that was one of my first jobs. You have so truly helping the guys in the dialogue. Even if it says something, because not everybody can really do that. To be able to relate, to build trust,
Right.
with the guys and the individuals, it's a huge stepping stone into what it looks like for our future and for investment forward. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, great, man. Good job. I'm proud of JB. And so I just wanted to project. And once you get on that track, you just got to stay on it, and it's going to keep on leading. This led to that. That is going to lead to the next thing. And I just want y'all to see it, and I want you to see it close. Still in the halfway house, still trying to deal with that halfway house life and processing the difference between added, subtracted, divided, and multiplied. I want to bring another student of mine, a son. I love him. I have to tell the story every time I introduce you, because you'll understand why I love him like I do. His mother lived across the street from my mother, over on 36th Avenue. And my mom, she used to ask me if I knew him. I said, "Oh, Mama, she said, you know him? I said, I don't know." So she, one time, we were to another one. Look right here, look. Do you know him? I said, no, Mama, I don't know. That's Cece's boy up there. That's Cece's boy and Philip's boy. Later, Tiere did something and went to the institute. So his mom called my mom. That's weird. Was up there in prison. And he said, well, could you have your son get my son? And you know, so my mom called me up. She's a bossy lady. My mom called me up and said, Shane, you know that boy I told you about? That boy is locked up, Shane. Find him and get him in your class. And I was going to What, you know, I had a little juice, but not, you know, so it just so happened that he was in what was turned out to be my home prison, which was Faribault, right? And it just so happened he was in Faribault, and I looked him up, I see he was in Faribault. I called my little contact in Faribault and said, put this boy in my class. He's the only brother who got put in the class without his own volition. He got to hide everything to go in and show up at without him signing up. You know. And I let him say the rest. But give a little hand to my son Tiere Caldwell.
Man, I sat here and I said, I wonder is he gonna tell that story today, man? How y'all doing, man? Man, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm one of the pop guys. I was working. I was a reentry navigator here since 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018 till 2024. So all the guys, when they came home, they came to me. Man, it's so much, so much. I'm just trying to think. I went down in 2010. My son was 6 months when I got sentenced to 110 months. And first time being locked up, never ever, I've been to the county a few times, but like I never did prison. Crime was for the benefit of a gang. And I was so irritated because the crime itself didn't really have anything to do with the gang, but it was just the association, the old association with a particular gang that landed me, that got me an extra 2-3 years by itself. So by the time I actually got to prison, I was so upset with myself at my association with that particular gang. And it wasn't that I disliked them personally. I had just moved on, but I still kind of had one foot in that world, but I was more leaving that world. But the fact that I still had that one little pinky toe still in that, I had one little pinky toe still in that world, that ended up costing me a lot of years out of my life. And it helped the prosecutor paint a narrative of me that I couldn't shake. And everybody, it's funny now how everybody wants to be gang and just glorifies this gang stuff. And they made it kind of like a fad, but you don't want to be gang in the courtroom. I didn't. I was trying to be a square. I bought some glasses, cut my hair. I almost went and got some suspenders and a pocket protector. I cut my hair. The prosecutor was like, Your Honor, this is him. He just cut his hair. But, you know, I was so upset. And I said to myself, it's just based off of my affiliation with that world and my actions that costed me all this time out of my life. And you know, not to get too much into the crime, but you know, the other party in my crime, it wasn't worth it on any level. Nothing is worth your freedom. Nothing or nobody. Your freedom, man, and it took for me to actually lose it. It's so easy to just treat stuff like it's disposable when you got it. You could be like fawning over this new relationship or this new woman or this new relationship, and you're like, man, it'd be just everything if I get it. Then when you get it, you're like, oh, that ain't really nothing. And treat it like it's disposable. When it comes to your freedom, it's nobody else's responsibility but your own. Your freedom is not your girl's responsibility. It's not your parole officer's responsibility. It's not your man's responsibility. It's not nobody's responsibility but your own. That means you have to be responsible for that car you get in. You got to be responsible for where you allow yourself to hang out at. You got to be responsible for the type of people you talk to and the type of people you let talk to you. And being careless with my affiliations and my actions is what costed me 110 months out of my life. I'm gonna just be honest. I got very careless and I got laxed. And I said, you know what? I'm getting money. I got this, I got that. It doesn't matter who I let come around me. Long as I got my money, so what? But what I did was I allowed people who didn't mean me any type of good into my atmosphere. And that was my mistake. And sometimes now that you guys are out and you're building, everything in this stage is a stepping stone stage. Nothing in this stage is permanent. You know, but sometimes once we get to building and we get to get a few milestones, we get to doing good, we get to a comfortable little altitude where it's like, okay, you know, I got a little cash flow coming in, you know, got a little stuff going on, and you know, and we get like in this comfortable altitude, and then we think that maybe that gives us enough cushion to backslide a little bit. Maybe I can go back over to old girl's house that almost got me locked up before. Maybe I can go hang with my mans and them, and you know what type of time they are. You know that. Maybe, and then what difference do it make? I got a good job, I got a good thing going. You know, I could just go over there one time. I could take that car ride. One car ride ain't gonna hurt nothing. P.O. might not know. It's just once. 30 seconds could cost you 30 years. Like that. Like that. By being careless with the type of person, and Shane said it earlier, Eli said it earlier, I mean, the number one way we go back to prison is a failed domestic relationship. I'm gonna say that again. The number one way we go back is a failed domestic relationship. How many people in here are good at cheating? Raise your hand. Okay, we got one. So everybody, you were?
Short game.
Okay.
What's the definition of good at cheating? Like, if you're good, you ain't getting caught.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah. And here's what I mean by that. Like, for those of us that have been locked up, while we was locked up, the world was still going. Some of us are so sloppy and lazy with cheating. We take the girl to the same place. We take the side chick and all this stupid stuff. And don't try to get on technology and try to cheat. What I'm saying is, for the life of me, I can't understand. If your shelter, your room and board is tied to you being faithful in a relationship, you know where I'm going with this? Okay. You don't know how many people have called myself, have called Shane at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, man, she kicked me out, man. Walking down Broadway with a trash bag, holes all in it, clothes, socks all up in it. What happened? She kicked me out, said I was cheating. Old girl called her phone and well, were you? Well, you were. And so one thing that Shane taught me and that I realized a long time ago was the benefit of ownership. I'm a strong component of owning. What does that look like? Owning your story, owning your talent, owning your testimony, owning your narrative, owning your own vehicle, owning your own credit, owning your own house. And it's not hard. I'm a landlord right now. But I'm gonna tell you, man, we have to own what we desire to have in life, man, because we can't put all of our eggs into somebody else's basket. Now, I know sometimes, you know, when you're down and she talking real good, she said, come on home, honey. I got some clothes for you. I got this for you. I even got some money for you when you get out. Just come on. I got a key made for you and everything. That might be fine. Look, you know what I'm talking about. That might be fine. But you always need to have a plan in your head to be moving towards ownership for yourself. Always. Do not depend on any woman or any man at all. At all. Get your own. And we can help you do that. But one thing that you got to do, you have to when you're in this transition phase right now, you need to have this. Because you're going to go through stuff that wifey don't understand. Wifey hasn't been locked up and hasn't gone through reentry. We have. We know what it takes. We know what it feels like. We know everything. There's nothing that y'all could bring, that y'all could say in this space or across the street we haven't dealt with. I mean, everything. Everything you could think of. And so what I want to also say is this man right here has really helped change my life for the better. And, you know, working in this space with all of these brothers, he came to me and snatched me. And he said, you know what, son? I think, because I was working, I had a nice little construction job, whatever. But he said, you know what? I think you would be better working with people that just come home. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. And man, he hired me and basically let me just do it. He didn't say do this, do that, do that. It was a job description, but I had kind of free range to just create the program. And he let me get guys from the pen and take them to get their license, take them to get in school, take them to immigration, like just do whatever y'all needed, whatever we needed, I should say. And that kind of helped boost the love, because I'm not gonna lie, you know how it is in prison. In prison, everybody mean. You know, nobody's nice. And us as men, a lot of time, we're not used to other men breathing on us in a positive way. A lot of us didn't have that growing up. And so even when I took the class inside and I seen his face, I still didn't trust him right away. That's just how I'm conditioned. But the love that, you know, he showed me and all the other students while we were in these dark places, it mattered. And when you're down, you never forget how people treat you. You might move past it, but you still remember good, bad, or ugly. And, you know, Shane was always there. Always there. Good, bad, ugly. And so, and I realized how important it was to have that outlet, to just have somebody to just talk to. You know, as adults, we just want to act like we got it all figured out. And we don't like asking people for help. You need help. Everybody need help. I don't care how big, how bad you are. I don't care how much money you got. Everybody need help sometime. And so that's what we are. Just like he said, we the help we've been waiting for, man. We've been looking for. Ain't nobody else coming because ain't nobody else can. I've been looking, they ain't came. And so I love POP with a passion. Little bit more about being inside. I was inside. I wrote a book called The Art of Sucker Ducking. And it's a book about boundaries, how to set healthy boundaries in toxic relationships and kind of help you get to God's purpose in your life. Now, I done went from drug use, crime, gangs, prison. I'm a minister now. It don't look like it, but I am. You know, I can't sing like him, but but I love it, man. And God has really just been blessing me, and He blesses me, and you know, the way this, because of how He blessed me, that's what allows me to actually come here and bless you guys, man. And so, and now I'm over here at, I left POP for a little bit, start teaching inside the prison. I know I'm all over the place, but I started teaching inside the prison for like the past couple years. And now I'm over at Metro State, helping people when they take college classes inside. They come to me when they get out over at Metro State. And I kind of help them get enrolled with college classes and transition into society and things like that. I'm kind of rebuilding their program over there. It's called the Trek program. Yep. Andre, yep. And so, yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here to share space with y'all, man. And whew, there's so many things I want to say, but I'm not going to take up the whole time. Do y'all got any questions?
I got one.
Yes.
When you were saying that, when you first initially got your charge, right, you were doing it for your gang or whatnot.
Yeah.
So, did any of them contact you at all when you were locked up? Get your bag, help you out at all?
Any of who?
Any of the people that you clicked up with once you got charged, actually went in? Anyone help you out after?
Oh, of course not. No. And you know, that's why gangbanging is so watered down. And a lot of people say, T, how can you just stop? How do you just stop? How do you just act like? Because once you're in, you really can't get out. I struggle with that. So when I got out, I didn't go back to my same environment. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't go back to your same environment with a different mentality. Nobody reached out. No, nobody reached out. Nobody cares about you in that world. Nobody cares about you. They didn't put no money on my books. They didn't look after my family, and you know, I wouldn't want them to. I got shot in the head when I was 17, and no, it's so many reasons why. With this new mentality, I felt so stupid because I thought I had both of my feet in, but I had one little toenail still in that other world. And that's all it takes. And that's all it takes. And so if you know before you get out if you're done or not.
Right.
You know deep down. You can sit here and verbalize to us, say whatever. But you know, when you get out, you can say, no, I'm not going to take one drink. As soon as you sit down, you're like, I'm getting me a drink. I don't care what they tell me. I'm going to get me one drink. I'm a grown man. Ain't nobody tell me. You know, but that's still having one foot in. People ask me, T, do you drink? I say, no. You smoke? No. Come on, man, just one drink. I'm going to go to jail. I have to tell myself that. Part of me making it this far, I know there's no way I could have got married, purchased these properties, did all these things, been dependable on the job and tried to make a name for myself. I couldn't do that if I was still getting high and drunk. Because one thing about me, when I was getting high, I really got high and I really got drunk. And I have to be real with me first. I wasn't one of them social, okay, I'm done. That wasn't me. And that's not some of y'all either. Some of y'all go hard with what you do. You go hard with everything else. So I know you know. So I know that for me, I can't do both. I can't have one foot going this way and one foot going the other way. I just can't do it. And so make up your mind, because it's too dangerous. The two most dangerous people in this world is a man who just has lost all hope and a man who's made up his mind. Two of the most dangerous people in this world. But man, when I made up my mind and just said, you know what, maybe it's more to life than that. You ever just been sitting around in a circle of your friends getting high and you just look around at everybody like, what am I, like, this is it? How high are we trying to get? What are we celebrating? Failure? There's a whole nother world out here. It's called the good life. It's called the good life. It's called a good life where we own our stories, where we own our properties, we own our vehicles, we taking trips, we're loving life. We're at tables we're not supposed to be at. We're in cities, living in cities we're not supposed to be living in. You know? And this good life, man, it was all brought forth to us by this man right here. But all you got to do is just believe, man. Because some of y'all are tired of the life or the world that you're living in right now. Some of y'all have outgrown it, outthought it, outfought it, and it's boring to you. Because it's the same rerun over and over and over again. Same thing. That's not the world, it's a world. It's a whole nother world out here, full of opportunity, full of people that want to see you win. And it all starts with you just making up your mind and saying, I'm tired of that. I had enough. Now, if you haven't had enough, how many people in here got another bid in them? Nobody? Good. Good. I didn't have people raise their hand. I'm not, I had people literally, yeah, I got another one in me. That ain't nothing. I didn't cuss. Yeah. And so, yeah, man, y'all even being in this program tells me that y'all are serious about transition and moving on to the next step. And so, everybody in here, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for having me. Yeah, man.
Question for Tiere?
Man, it's hot in here.
I got a comment though, right? You just asked that question. Like when I was in there, I only been in prison once. Everybody, I got to be in I got to do this. First time on hand, I'm saying like, okay, well, so I do this, move this, do this. This might be another, right? I had that thought. So once I got in that van, I'm leaving the USP, and I stepped outside. It's a cuss word in my head. I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm one and done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, so that's wasted time.
Facts. Absolutely, man. And everybody in here has a bright future ahead of y'all. Nobody is going to sit up here and be defined by one mistake that they made. You know, we are not the crimes we committed. That's not who we are as individuals. That's just a mistake that we made. You're not your crime.
That's right.
That's not your identity. Y'all weren't born in prison. Y'all got a whole lot of life to live. This is just one chapter. Everything here, when you at the bottom, man, when you down, you ain't got nowhere to go but up. Where else you got to go? And so, man, just keep shining, keep grinding, and keep climbing, man. And yes, sir.
Can you briefly just touch on what the TREC program looks like in case someone might be interested in it?
Yeah. So the TREC program is basically academic reentry. And so let's say you came home, let's say you were taking college classes in prison. If you have basically achieved your associates and you got that out of the way, then you can actually come over to Metro State. But if you're just coming off the street, basically, and you want to get involved in the TREC program and you're justice impacted and you want to start with your associate's degree, you'll go to MCTC. So, yeah.
So we're glad to have him over there. Give him some love.
Oh.
How did you get involved in ministry and what church?
New NCBC, New Creation Baptist Church over South. My pastor, he seen something in me. I ain't seeing myself similar to this man here. And he just always just come up to me like, son, you done running? You gonna keep running? Every week. And he spoke over my life, and he saw something in me I didn't see in myself. And I kind of saw it, but I ran from it a lot. It's like he said. And one day I just stopped running. So.
Yeah, so when he gave his first sermon, we was all there. All the pop guys showed up at our church and loaded it up.
Thick, boy.
Give him a big hand.